breakfast? Like you guys would eat breakfast together? Like back in the country in Jackson.
Oh, yeah, we had a country.
Like what would you guys like? What would be an example?
We had oats is one of the things we would have. Oats and rice. And we had some kind of cereal in the morning. And what else? We didn't eat really.
You guys did eat good breakfast? Like big breakfast? Did not.
Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. When I was kids, we were allowed to eat something every morning, so we could get fried apples, some kind of, oh yeah,
I never heard of that.
super good.
Luke's taking her back. Like, so
I know,
good.
this is great.
Yeah. And
They used to have fried apples here,
Oh,
didn't they?
drink cans, oh yeah. Let's see, there's a drink on.
Look at all the, where are you getting all these dots at, Grandma? Let me see your other hand. Let me see that one.
That means I wash my hands every time I use a toilet.
and it's,
That's what it means.
Yeah.
did you guys ever have? This is a weird question, but like, you guys have like eggs and bacon, like fresh eggs and bacon ever?
Oh yeah, we had that once in a while.
And that's fresh as they can get, right?
That's special.
The bacon you ate was like the Porky Pig that you used to have.
Eggs, we had lots of chicken. We had,
You guys ever have steak? Not probably not. Right? No steak.
roast.
That would have been
That was our lunch.
You
right.
probably had stew though, didn't you?
Probably. Yeah.
We ate pretty good,
And it was healthy. It was like, fresh.
and it was healthy. It was all healthy food. Vegetables, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, fresh.
Not any kind of groceries. Vegetables, fruit. We have a lot of fruit, and different kinds of fruit.
Do you happen to know, remember how many acres you guys had?
We had to rent.
Was it?
They had to rent it. They
I know it
actually,
was. You guys were sharecroppers, tenant
Yeah.
farmers. Yeah. But I mean, how many acres were you guys responsible for? How many acres did you guys have to take care of?
Different towns, different places.
Oh.
what was the largest acres that you had?
God, we had. That's what Dad had to do to go.
Yeah, she was telling me that.
Oh,
to
your dad had to dig the coal?
dig his own coal.
The coal, cut the wood,
Yeah.
build the rooms, little rooms or houses for animals.
So see, I was under the impression that you guys stayed on one farm. So you guys went to multiple farms.
Yeah. We lived at my grandma's house. I guess that's what we probably was too far to pay rent, so I don't know for sure. But that was
Dad's mom.
Dad's mom, and that old man was her husband, that guy. I mean,
Big guy. Yeah.
he'd sit there and rock and the children said, why don't you get up and work? Grandma's working all the time.
Right.
And she made quilts, she did all kinds of things that she would do.
I recently did a speech. I had to write a speech about my favorite person. And you were my favorite person.
He wrote a speech about you for for school.
For my speech class. Yeah.
Wow.
And
As a matter of fact, I was just reading one of the letters you wrote to me the other day. I still have the letter you wrote me, and everything, all the stuff she did when she was a kid. As a matter of fact, Steve was telling me, why don't you, I think the word, shred.
right.
Mr. Shred King.
I know, right?
So many papers, you know.
Shred it all, Grandma. Just shred everything.
That's what he said. And I said, Steve, money is the thing to you, but these things are my memories.
Exactly. Agreed.
They mean more to me than your money means to you.
I agree.
So don't touch anything of mine.
Right.
And I lived there with them 5 years, and both of them were really good to me.
Yeah. I keep every card you ever given me. It's in my sock drawer. That's where I keep. I don't know. It's like my sock drawer is where I keep anything I want to keep. It's like full of.
Well, see, honey, that's just exactly what I was doing.
In the drawer.
My drawers, I had, after my kids got in school, I,
Hey, Kelly. You dropped it. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. That's what
I
I was
worked
looking
with the
for.
school
Going
on
up there.
different
Doing like,
programs and that kind of
thank
thing.
you.
And I was just real proud of it that I did, and I kept it. And I've got some of the stuff that goes back to the year 1960.
60 years. Almost twice my age.
I just hung on to everything I had, and except I got thrown it away. I didn't throw it away, but it got thrown away.
Right.
Of course, we didn't have too much room to throw. To keep a junk,
Like you said, they're memories, though, right? That's,
my members.
yeah. Right. I like it.
So they don't mean a thing
Yeah,
to you,
right.
to anybody else,
Right.
but to me they mean everything.
That's
Yep.
right.
So don't dare touch them.
I agree. I think
Sometimes you just got to stand your ground, right, Grandma?
Damn right you do.
so we obviously know we get the stubbornness from you, but do you get it from somebody, or our stubbornness? Like our whole family is stubborn, right? Did
My
you?
mother was one of the
Your
stubbornest people, and my dad was too.
Both of them were.
They worked and they saved, and by the time that we kids were teenagers, they had 3 different pieces of property they owned.
Right.
As they worked. My dad worked at Andrew Jurgens from the time that we went to Cincinnati.
Now, what's Andrew Jurgens?
Jergens, you know, like the lotion.
Oh, Jurgens
Lotion,
lotion.
Yeah.
soap,
Okay.
all kinds of that kind of stuff.
And he was a painter and slash general maintenance guy, right?
And then he kept the place painted, which right there at
Let's see if you can remember that one.
yeah, I have to, that's just it. My slow memory.
Well, I mean, that's 50 years ago.
Spring Grove Avenue,
Okay.
50.
I wonder if they're still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Is it still there? No. I was just gonna look it up, but I believe it.
It was at Spring Grove Avenue. And street came out. I forget what it was, but Spring Grove, it's right.
Yeah.
And then he would paint houses on the side too, right?
There's all the houses on the side. Saturday, Sunday, work for his grant, his stepfather. Anything in that.
Did your mom always stay home, or did she ever work?
She stayed home until the kids were in school.
And then she did
She
work.
got a job at Cosby's.
Doing what?
Cosby's, thinking
Cosby's? What is that? Like a store?
radios.
Oh, like an electronics store. Oh, okay.
Radios.
Didn't know that.
Now, who was the logger, Grandma? Was that
That's
All of them at the time, it's been a long time. It was a season of the logging was.
but
was
her-
that your mom's dad, or was that your dad's dad?
it was her
a logger.
yeah, it was her dad's stepdad, right?
No, it was his father.
It was his real father.
And his real father died when he was 3 years old.
Because he got pneumonia,
Pneumonia
right?
from being like floating the logs down the river.
Down the river. That's what
Could
they-
you imagine seeing that?
Yeah.
That would be a beautiful sight.
What do you mean?
Like just seeing all the logs
Logs
and
float down? That's how
yeah.
he got down to the mill.
And after those
And they
guys would
stand
get
on
out-
him, don't they?
Yeah, they get out there.
Oh, really?
They get out there and play on them.
They'd ride the logs down? I didn't know that.
That's what I picture in my head, too. Would they stand? I mean, huge, huge,
Right.
right? They were like where they could just like
all different
multiple
sizes.
men could stand on them. Yeah.
By the way, speaking of which, the reason that makes sense to me, a statistic, Kentucky has the most the most different variety of trees than any other state.
You can hear it?
And did you know the Indians used to call this their hunting land? They didn't live here, supposedly.
Right.
They hunted.
Well, I mean, and they still today. you
Yeah.
know,
Was another fact hunting was one of the things that they did.
Yeah.
Did your dad hunt?
Eat.
Did your dad hunt? Yeah.
Drink,
Yeah,
get
of course.
drunk,
Yeah.
get drunk. and-
Oh, I don't know if Matt knows this.
Right.
Tell him about the room you weren't allowed to go in.
The moonshine.
Well, there was a room we wasn't allowed to go in. It had green shades. And we couldn't figure out why the world would have green shades. Well, that's where they kept the booze.
The moonshine.
They did a lot of boozing too.
But it was like he made it though, right?
They
Moonshine.
made it.
Yeah. Now, because I remember you telling me that he actually created it, like he made it. You know what I mean? Was that just for his personal use, or did he sell it too? I think he sold it because when the farm was
I think they sold it.
right, he was a moonshiner.
He's a bootlegger.
A bootlegger is a person who moves the liquor.
Oh,
But
they
our
did.
grandfather was a moonshiner. He was the one who had it still and created it.
They worked all day long and they moonshine.
All night long.
Pretty
Yep.
much so, yeah.
Which is why the term moonshine comes from, because you're doing it from
The moon.
hiding it
that's
from the
shining.
law. Like, you ever watch that TV show? There's a TV show called Moonshiners. Is there? I love it. Ever since you told me about that, I told you, I'm like, we gotta watch this. Like,
That's part of our
the
past.
heritage.
Yeah.
Right. And like they showed what it was like they kind of recreated it to. It's pitch dark, right? The rolling hills of Kentucky, and then you see little fires in the hills, and because that's where the moonshiners are.
That's what they do.
That's it.
And of course, people, officers, police officers,
Yeah.
also,
In on it.
people live there. They got their cut too.
When the police officers were in on it, is that what you said? Because you told me, I remember you telling me that he was related to the sheriff, right?
Uncle, I'll let her tell it.
Yeah. So Uncle Mort's, he was a sheriff in? I didn't know that.
He was a sheriff. He also got LaGrange. He and some girl, they got into a fight or something. And she shot at him, and he shot at her. He got her.
He got her.
But he was the sheriff at the time. So I guess
No,
no, he wasn't.
not at that time.
Oh. But he got
was, but,
he got away with it? I guess it was self-defense, right? She shot at me first.
that was self-defense. He was sitting there.
Thank you. This is all mine.
Delicious.
That's very hot. Thank you.
Oh,
I know.
good. Thank you.
Look at that. Taste.
Awesome.
And we need extra napkins and silverware.
Oh, I did not bring the
What happened was they shot this man, and they didn't know who shot him.
And nobody talked. Right.
So you see him sitting there
Thank you.
Thank you.
on the computer, and I guess it was actually his typewriter.
Right. Right.
And he was sitting there, bow tie on, white shirt, really looked sharp. Killer.
For a killer.
Did he kill her?
He killed her.
She died. Dang.
He wasn't playing around.
I know.
Don't
He's
be
like,
shooting
shoot
at me. You shoot at me, this is where you get and go.
As a matter of fact, a lot of guys down there
Yes.
killing.
Well, you lived in Breathitt County, right?
Bloody breath.
And it was called exactly Bloody Breathitt. Yeah.
I watched a documentary about Bloody Breathitt.
Yeah. And I told Tree about that's where my family grew. You know what I mean? It's like and it's known nationally. Like you just said, like it's a different world there, isn't it? You don't call the police. We solve our own problems. I told you it was like that next of kin stuff. Like, caw-caw. You know what I mean?
Here they come out of the
family's
under the
just out of
rocks.
the woods. One's got a bow and arrow.
They were the ones that built the roads and the bridges.
Right.
They were the ones that brought the place up.
Right, because if they didn't, then nothing would have been there.
And I think that's why we got away with it.
Plus, everybody knew everybody.
Right.
You want to take your jacket off? Are you getting hot?
Do you think Uncle Mort knew that your dad was moonshining?
No, he was a teenager.
Oh.
They used to know. Pneumonia
Like,
Logan. That was beautiful. And then after Dad died, Grandma got a job working at this big elephant. So he was okay.
he was what?
He married.
Oh.
And he sat there on his ass all day long, rocking in his chair. He was that bad.
Which is, I mean, that's not good these days, but back then, that,
That was fun.
well, I mean, like, you gotta work to get that fat back then.
Yeah, we sure did.
Or I should say, you have to not work to get that big.
And he had family his brother married I had 3 boys. And all 3 of them turned out to be professional guys, except Uncle Work. And he was a professional shooter.
Right.
The rest of them were teachers.
Well, he was kind of professional. He was the sheriff.
Yeah.
That's a
I
profession.
mean, that's a respected job, you know. Don't want to cross that guy, that's for sure, right?
That's why he was like, well, we're going to make you sheriff.
But I think that's a wise idea.
You don't care.
I have pictures of him.
Well, when you did the heritage thing, that book, there's a picture of from Jackson where all the guys are standing next together with their guns and rifles.
Uncle Mart's in there.
Yeah, like they're all they all have
Tasting good so far?
It's good. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
They all have overalls on, and they're standing there like with their. I don't know. That must have been a thing back then because I've seen a lot of pictures where the guys pose
Oh,
with
they're proud of their guns.
With their, yeah, yeah, and they're not. It's not to the side. It's like. You know,
There's no hiding it.
Shoot it out.
but that was the culture, and basically what that was is, don't mess
Don't
with
cross
us.
me.
Yes, right.
We have protection.
These are the mountains, and if you go missing, nobody will know.
Nobody will know. That's right.
A lot of people
And I think people knew it too.
Right. I kind of miss that kind of justice, honestly. You know.
I don't know, although it might be me that's on the other end coming up missing.
No. Go would you read that next of kin stuff? One person tells our whole family goes to war. Hatfield and McCoy style.
But Grandma's like, no.
I know Grandma's like, I guess I'll stay at home. Like you'll be our alibi, Grandma.
That's right. Oh yeah, they were here.
They were here.
They were somewhere in this house.
I've heard people walking around. I was like,
Oh, that's all right. You don't need a fork. You don't need a fork, do
you can use mine if. That's your favorite vegetable soup, isn't it? That's your favorite kind of vegetable soup.
Oh, yeah.
It's Trudy's favorite. It's Lily's favorite.
Joe's favorite.
Is it really? So people love it. Is it the
All
broth?
the good things that's got in it.
So when you guys moved up to Cincinnati, you guys lived. You said on Milton Street, right? With Mo-
Mom's family lived on Mulberry Street, and they go to the place where that place.
See, that's something I've never been clear on.
Each other.
So your mom was from Cincinnati.
No, not really. But it ended up that way. They were all in Cincinnati.
But you were born in Jackson, right? Okay.
I went to Jackson High School.
Right. Right. That's still there, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson High and some of the other high schools.
I looked it up just like a few months ago. The population for Jackson, Kentucky right now is like just over 1,200 people. 1,200, 1,200.
That lives
So
there.
it's still small. Yeah.
It's very few people. They kept it going.
That's one of those towns when you
Still
drive in
moonshining.
and you're not from there, everybody knows it.
Everybody's
Everyone's
like-
like, yeah.
In every corner.
Do you think we have any family there still? Or did everybody leave? Don't think so.
There were some cones and stuff. Three of them. In Pearl Harbor here, when Pearl Harbor was here, they got killed. All three of them. They joined the service.
Yeah.
And got with
In World War II. I didn't know that. That's something else that our family has. We have a strong tradition for military
Military,
service. Yeah. Every generation.
Now, Grandma, did he join when he was 15 or 16? People.
Your husband.
Dad didn't join the army.
Your husband.
People.
Richard.
He joined when he was about 18 or 19.
Oh, I thought you said he lied about his age.
He was in the Marine.
Marine Corps.
And didn't he do the cleanup after we dropped the bomb? He sent me home like pictures. Yeah. So another thing that I thought to ask you was, because you said that your parents owned like a brownstone type of building, right?
Yeah, we did. Eventually, after Dad and Mom got settled into work and that kind of thing, they saved their money. And they had 3 pieces.
And then did they let you live in one of those houses? Did they let you guys live in one of those houses? So they were good parents.
No, we didn't live with the parents. We lived in the house.
That's what I mean. That's what. Like,
We tried.
yeah, I didn't mean like they let you live with them, but like they let you live in one of their houses. How old were you when you moved into Wagner Street? Or what year was that? Around.
When did you have?
When you moved into Wagner Street, how old were you?
Your age or the year doesn't make a difference. I can
I
figure
can
out.
tell you how long in 50 years we lived there.
You left when 50, so you've been gone. When did you leave Wagner Street? In 2016?
You asked me years I
So, and that was 50 years. So 5 years ago, you would have been 88. So then 50 years before that, you would have been, it's about 38 is when you moved there. And I remember you telling me you bought the house for $5,000.
And who was the guy who owned it before you, the property? Do you remember his name?
person, yeah, his name was Warner.
When-
W-A-R-N-E-R.
W-A-N-N-E-R?
Warner.
N-E-R.
Warner. And he was
He had, the house we moved in was a 5-room house, but it was upstairs. And that's how come I went over and stayed up there with Steve, because that's where our husband I was living there.
Right.
And Steve and I lived in Steve.
I looked up your house like, online, the Wagner Street house. It was built in 1883.
Didn't surprise me.
That's like 6 years after the Civil War.
and a general or something owned it, right? And he got the land for a gift.
Because of his work in the military? That makes sense.
See, there's a lot that I don't know about.
But 1883.
Well, I wasn't around then.
No, neither were your parents. Your parents weren't even around. That has to be the oldest house on that street.
It is.
It's there's, what the heck they call it? Asbestos.
Yeah. It's because of how old it is, yeah. I remember when I was a kid and I would stay, like, spend the night with you, and you had that furnace down there, and I sometimes had to use
The octopus furnace.
like, yeah, the bathroom, like, you know, like, and there's just one swinging light bulb, and it was like,
Pancake?
you're like,
You're like, screw it. I'll just get it. Take it this way. That's good, isn't it?
Good.
Was there a kid that died in there, or was that like a legend that we told each other?
In the house?
Yeah.
No, I don't think there was a kid that died in the house.
Oh. Okay.
But there might have been a kid that died on the property. I think that was just a scare tactic. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just something kids do. I wasn't sure. All I know is I felt like it when I was down there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Using the bathroom by myself.
So doing good?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd run down there, then run back up. And then when you cross that, like, you know, the stairwell is, like, I would never just, like,
You never just
just
look
trot
down
next
there
to it.
either.
I would never look down. Never.
We were afraid what we were going to see.
The name was it's Corey Field.
Oh.
Good part back in
Yeah, yeah.
We were about 12 years.
Yeah.
Kids.
You took me swimming there before, and we walk around the perimeter.
We have swimming pools.
Movie stars. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we have a swimming pool.
Yeah, I remember that. You also took me to, I don't know where it was. It was like it has like steps, but there was water on the steps. I don't know what that was called.
The water steps.
Is that what it's called? The water steps?
Downtown Cincinnati.
Yeah, in Cincinnati. Yeah. But you
That's
just-
what I called it.
You took me there by myself, and you just like I remember you always had like your pants on and like long sleeve shirt. It's like summertime, and you're like, go ahead and play. I'm like, what are you gonna do, Grandma? And you're like, I'll just be right here.
They got,
Watching.
Yeah.
they got properties. They got swimming suits.
Nobody had to tell you to come pick me up, did they? You just
No.
wanted to come get me.
We were 3 doors from the swimming pool.
Right. Yep.
Might as well.
I'm going to share with you
It's
because
your
I
little
can't eat
snack.
all this.
Pancake is like a
Pancakes
snack.
are good.
Yeah.
They are good.
Something that I've been doing to like help me lose weight is I eat slower. Instead of eating like 3 fries at a time, I eat 1 at a time. And then over time,
Lasts longer.
I feel fuller. Yeah.
Yeah, your stuff is good.
There's a pork, Grandma. I don't know if that'll help you better.
How about you?
I got, look. I got this. Look there. I got that whole bag on one.
Yep.
Unless you want some of it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want any sugar or salt.
Well,
There's probably
that's
salt.
sugar
in here.
free.
Oh,
The syrup is.
probably doesn't have flavor in it, does it?
And it's sugar free.
Got a little bit of flavoring in it.
It's got a little bit.
I was telling Trudy, why did God make it so that everything that's bad for you tastes good, and everything that is good for you has like, ah. Yeah.
Might as well go out there and eat some bark.
It seems that way though.
It does.
But gotta learn self-discipline when it comes to food. When you're poor, like food is like your indulgence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when you're like, hey, you can't have that anymore. And it's like, well, then what's
What
my
am I gonna do?
indulgence?
Yeah.
How do
I need a
keep my-
treat.
Wow. Did you have any pets?
Oh, yeah, we had dogs, cats,
Like when
anything we could tame. We had.
well, that was when you lived in the country, right? How
Anything we could tame.
when you moved to Cincinnati? Did you have any pets?
Rebel.
That was the only pet you had. Wow. Not a pet person, eh?
You worked a lot, didn't you, Grandma?
Oh yeah. I remember asking you this one time too, but I forgot what you said. Because you told me that Richard, you said no matter, even though he drank all the time, he'd always go to work, right? And then you told me how much he made a week, and I couldn't believe it because it was like,
Well, he was a commercial. It's a pleasure to see it again.
so 1883. So that house is 138 years old right now.
That's
Wow.
how much Wagner Street that house is.
The red house right there is 138 years old.
And that's what kind of asbestos?
Oh, it's got
Yeah.
asbestos in it.
Covered.
Yeah.
With asbestos.
Yeah. What kind of memories does it bring back? What's the first thing that pops into your head when you're looking at the house?
Yeah, and that was a porch that led into the kitchen.
Yeah.
And
That's
this is
where
the
we would
living
go
room.
in.
Yeah, it is. We all went to the.
We always went to the side deck.
Yeah, and this is the kitchen. I mean, the living room right here.
Yep, that's where Gary used to live.
Yep. And I remember down at the bottom of the steps, you had a shed, and you had one of the old lawnmowers that,
Yeah.
like, it cut the grass by pushing it.
Yeah, sure did.
There's no motor.
Absolutely. And right here was my good friend Sharon, and right there was Big Mouth.
Big Mouth.
Yeah, the one, but it's recovered or whatever.
Revamped.
Yeah.
So what's your first memory, Grandma, when you're looking at your old house? What's your first memory that pops into your head?
What's the first?
Memory.
My first memory.
About this place.
Of
Yeah.
How much I really enjoyed living there.
Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah.
That's how long I lived there.
All the kids were raised here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Grandkids grew up here.
I remember running around barefoot and I'd step on those snails, or they weren't snails, slugs. Ugh, and I stepped on one
Oh.
and it went between my toes.
Oh man.
Yeah. And
Remember
back
that?
there,
Ugh.
Coy Field was a special place for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. We had swimming pools, basketball courts, walking trails,
Yep.
Swimming pool.
baseball field.
Yeah.
I remember walking
Swing.
the baseball field right before. I remember I'd visit and we'd walk the baseball field right before it got too dark. And then Grandma telling me like, "It's getting kind of dark, grandson. Let's walk a little faster." And I was like, "Oh, you don't live far." And you're like, "Yeah, probably shouldn't be out here past dark time." Like, okay.
Because Grandma knew.
Yeah.
There's been some characters
gonna say-
coming through.
Well, or you hear stuff in the woods. I'm like, "What's that, Grandma?" She goes, "I don't know. Let's keep walking."
And right there is one of the buildings that was there too. It's gone now. The building is.
Oh, okay.
And
And that-
then there was one that was gone.
Yeah.
Linda's.
Yeah.
Brenda's first little boyfriend, I think.
Was that
Oh,
red?
yeah. It was red, yeah.
Red. Uh-huh.
So Terry could have been a brother.
Could have been.
Could have been.
Yeah.
By the way, Terry got his bachelor's degree in agriculture, Grandma.
He's what?
Little Terry, got his bachelor's degree in agriculture, and now he's a farmer in southern Kentucky.
kidding.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're looking out the window. Like,
She's
Or
taking
somebody-
it all in.
oh, it's a dog looking out the window.
What?
Right here, this house right here. Oh, dog just jumped down.
Oh, Sharon's house?
Yeah. They had two girls. One was named Michelle.
Jenny and
Jenny and
Wasn't one named Michelle?
uh,
Right, just make that.
can't remember what her last name, what she was. Let's see.
Huh?
Sharon. Let's see. When we first moved there, this old drunk guy. He stayed drunk most of the time. And his wife lived in this tan house. And then Sharon and her husband bought it. And Butch, let's see, Sharon and I can't remember his name now. Can't remember shit.
I don't even remember his name. I know Sharon and Jenny, and I don't remember her sister's name.
Yeah, Jenny and what did you say?
Matt seems to think it was Michelle. Was it Michelle?
No, Michelle was.
There was a Michelle around here, though, wasn't there?
No, it wasn't Michelle. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Was it? It wasn't Lisa, was it?
Lisa. I remember, yeah.
That's what I think.
Yep.
Michelle, Linda,
Yep.
or Michelle, Lisa,
Yeah.
and Jenny and Sharon, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
That probably is it.
Yeah.
It was Lisa, though. I do remember that. Just like when you said Tommy, too. I was like, Tommy. That was his name.
Or was Lisa Red and Linda's daughter? There was a Lisa, I know, because she used to be my friend. We used to step on slugs together.
I can't remember them.
That's okay. You don't have to.
I would probably remember if I sit here long enough. I guess we've seen all we can see.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben lives around here, too, doesn't he?
Not right. Not right.
And this is Wagner Street, and if you continue to the end of the street,
Yeah.
that's that park back there.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of it?
Is it Coyfield? It's not Coyfield, is it?
Oh, I think it is, yeah.
Is it Coyfield?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Coyfield.
Yeah.
Coyfield. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So this, like the deck right here on the side, Grandma, was that there when you bought the house, or was it not there?
Which one?
The deck right here?
The little deck, the little porch
Yeah.
that you had your swing on.
Yeah. Was that there when you bought the house, or did you guys build that?
That land is our land. It was a cold house, but I don't know what it is now.
The porch. The porch.
The porch,
Yeah,
Grandma.
That's a porch that had, swings and that kind of thing on it.
Was that always there, or did you have to build it?
Now, we put a swing on it.
Oh, okay.
Looks like the black people in Boomtown up here.
Some things
Well.
never change.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm on video mode and not